There you go. Hi, everybody. Hi, and welcome. It's Thursday. It's 2:30. This is Heart and Soul Connected, and you know you're at the right channel because we are meeting with the mediums today. So hello, and welcome back to Wisdom Seeker Joan, who has been away for a while, taking care of an ill relative. And we missed you. We're glad to have you back. Thank you for being back. Yes. And we also have Starfish Jennie. And Jennie hasn't been here for a few weeks, but said she would be available today. I was thrilled. So we got Joan and Jennie, and they are great psychics and readers and so forth and so on. So welcome, ladies, and thank you for spending your afternoon with us. Thank you.
Thanks, Aley.
Thanks for having us, Aley.
Of course, of course. So we'll go into a few things. We'll maybe even talk a little bit about the eclipse energy that's coming and that you ladies were talking about before we go here. But if let's just leave it this way: if you want an Akashic Records reading, be very specific. Tell Jennie what lifetime you want to know about, what person you want to know about. If you have a fear of drowning, I want to know about a lifetime that I had a fear of drowning may have surfaced. One of those things helps Jennie along. Yeah. And of course, Joan does, she does her readings, psychic readings as well, and mediumship readings. And we may or may not all use cards. So that's just what we're going to be doing today. And so let's say hello to those who have just joined us. We have Nancy Smith and Christine Fryer, Barbara Nesper, Julie V., Laura Hammond Davis, Teresa Hadarian. Welcome. And I know more are coming. Here comes G. Covington. Yeah, it's been a minute. And Amanda Carroll's here and Kay Shade. Yeah. Thanks for being here, everybody. It's always nice to see you in the chat. So we were talking backstage about all the wonderful eclipse energy that's coming in. It's in April, right? Am I right?
April 8th.
April 8th. Okay. The reason I ask is because the last one that we talked about in 2017 was August, right? It was around something in August. So hi, Connie and Pisces greeter. It's nice to see you. So Joan has a plan to go view the eclipse. And are you going somewhere too, Jennie, or are you just going to see what you can get there?
No, I have traveled so much that I'm sitting tight for a while.
For a little while. Okay. You got a beautiful place to sit tight in. So
I have so much to explore here. It's like I don't need
I'm
to
sure.
Anywhere.
Yeah. I understand. There's a lot of people actually that live in an area and they don't see the things that are not that far from them. They tend to go further away and look at those things. I always say that wherever I've lived, I've spent a lot of time scoping out, 400 miles either way or whatever way I could, just to see all the different things and the different landscapes and so on. So Joan, how far from where you are will you have to drive to go see the eclipse?
It's about 12 hours.
Okay.
My sister and I are going to do the first day. It's about 10 hours, and then just about 2 hours the second day to get there. But we're just in the kind of northern part of Arkansas.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, I saw the one.
I love that part of Arkansas, actually.
Yeah, I've never been, and it looks just wonderful. I'm really looking forward to it. It looks beautiful.
That's awesome.
Arkansas looks a lot like Southern Virginia, the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Again.
When I drove through, I'm like, what?
Yeah. I used to drive up from Texas when I lived in Houston. We used to go camping up there, Lake Ouachita, it's called. And then further up, it's Mount Ida, where all the crystals are mined.
Right.
And then also a wonderful place to go to is Hot Springs National Park, and you can put your feet in the hot springs. So there's a lot. I know it's not exactly on your drive down where you're coming from, but it isn't too far off the beaten path, and it's just lovely there. It really, really is. I don't think I'd want to live there. It's a little too humid for me, but it's very nice. Yeah.
And then we may or may not take another day and go to Crystal Bridges, which is this fabulous modern art museum in Bentonville, I think. And founded by one of the heirs to the Walmart fortune. So I understand it's really nice.
Take it easy over there, doggy. right near there, I believe there's also the Bluegrass Museum. There's like a museum of the different musical instruments. I'm not sure. It's been a while, so I'm not sure
Yeah.
exactly where it is, but that's cool. That's wonderful. Yeah. All right. So, hello, Lalima and Leah. I got your question. Yes. Happy birthday. And okay, Lalima, I got your question. Nancy Smith says, you'll like it, Joan. You should be in the Ozarks. Yeah. That's
Ooh,
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Hello, Sonia.
thanks,
Nice
Nancy.
to see you. Yeah. Nice to see you. Hi, Wildflower Wind. Okay. You want to hear from your dad? My dad's name is Donald. That's cool. Okay. Let's see. Barbara Nesper. All right. Hi, Connie Epley. It's nice to see you too. So, here we go. We might as well go ahead and get ourselves started so the ladies can kind of dial into what they need to do. And make sure that you post if you have anything coming up. And then when I see I've had enough, I will post that we have enough right now. And then if someone would do that on Joan's channel when I say so, that would be helpful so everybody knows. Okay, very good. All right, so let's tune in to Leah. Leah, when's your birthday, girl? Are you this week, next week? Are you a Pisces or are you an Aries? All right. Hi, Mosi. So a birthday question. Do you just want a message for your birthday? Is that what you're asking for? Or from your guides? I want to make sure you get the message that you're wanting. Hi, Pam Hellberg.
Are we all answering or are we taking turns?
Right now, since we'd have very few questions, we can all give a short answer. Yeah. So she wants to know if moving will be positive in a year for her. Okay, Julie B. I will look, Julie. Hello, Corey. Okay. Julie B. Julie B. Okay, Shay, you live in the eclipse zone. Wonderful. Julie V, I do not see it, and that happens sometimes. I don't know how long a question it is. That can happen. Sometimes some people can see it and we can't. I know that sounds really strange, but if you wouldn't mind putting it back in, I would appreciate it.
So I pulled a gene and got out a pendulum.
There you go.
So right now, 6 months is good, but let's check the rest of the months.
Okay.
I asked the pendulum within 6 months. So let's make it, longer. What are smooths within 7 months? What's bigger? What are smooths within 8 months? About the same, a little smaller. So 6 or 7 months.
Oh,
good.
All right.
Good. When I tuned in, first, I think I was stuck on the birthday thing because I saw a birthday cake and candles, and you as a little girl blowing with the hat on, blowing out the candles, and the message I was getting from it was to retain that childlike state of anticipation and what am I going to get for my birthday? What good fabulous things are coming my way? And as a kid, what could be a higher vibe day than your birthday? And then when I asked about, is this going to be a positive move in a year, I saw footprints along a path. So yes, you're moving toward the goal, but the footprints were kind of towed in, like you weren't walking straight. They were towed in like this. And so that made me believe that your hesitation about this, you need to get the birthday attitude about this move. And that will straighten out the energy because you may be questioning it and unsure of it. And it's like, do I want this or do I want this? It's slowing things down. So just decide it's going to be a positive thing and start daydreaming about, just like when you were a little girl daydreaming about what you want to have for your birthday. Imagine the most wonderful thing that can happen about this move, and that will straighten out the energy and bring it to you. And I'm not great on timing about when, but it will bring it to you more quickly, I believe. Oh, and I pulled cards, and first one was the Oriole, and the message is creative ventures on the horizon. See it as a positive change. So see that move as a positive change. And from the Archangel cards I got, Archangel Haniel, who says, trust your vibes. So if you think, if this is something that you want to do, trust your vibes. It'll be great. I hope that was helpful.
It is. I'm having a problem. I just want you guys to know in the chat, sometimes when you post a question, it doesn't show up. Okay. So and other people are not seeing it either. But right now I am closing questions, and the only person that's allowed at this point is Christine, because I couldn't see her question, but we have enough questions for right now. And Kendra, you're the last one that I have here. So if you wouldn't mind, moderators, let people know when they come in. Thank you. I get here a story. So Leah, part of your story is that you will be moving at some point, and the ladies gave you a little bit more of an idea of that. But when you do, you will feel more whole. In other words, this is going to be a place that you're going to feel whole in, and that you will feel, like you found where you're supposed to be. But they also want you to remember that wherever you go, please remember to play, and happy birthday. Blow the candles out, have a big cupcake or some ice cream or whatever, and just enjoy it. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm sorry, everybody. We just closed the questions. Yeah. I can't take any more. We already have too many. We can do what Jenny suggested at this point. So we can do one at a time, because now I'm getting way too many.
Okay.
All right. So, all right. So, Joan, why don't you take this one for Lalima?
Okay.
A message from her grandmother. Thank you.
And Lalima, if you could give us her name, that would be helpful, but I'll dive in and see what I can do without that info.
Okay.
I'm seeing it's like the birthday hat from the last reading, except it's long. It's like a long cone, and it's spinning around. And I'm hearing your grandmother say, relax. You need to relax and rest. So I don't know if you've just been okay. Drupadi Sani. Okay. Drupadi. I don't know if you have been just celebrating or very, very busy, and there's so much energy going that your hat just flew away, but she's just counseling you to relax and take things a little easier. So what else do you have to say to Lalima? She is my cherished one. And something about, did you do that thing with your grandmother where you draw around your hand and cut it out or color it or something like that? I'm seeing her like holding your hand and drawing around it. Something about doing something with your hands. And yeah, she's just showing me like when you were a little girl, her big hands and your little ones, and she just loved you so much and was kissing your hands.
Oh,
and she's saying that she's still holding your hands and is still with you. So I hope that let's see if there's a card for you here. She also says, pay attention to your dreams. Messages of guidance are drifting in with the loon.
Oh,
So
that's
she might
beautiful.
be reaching you in dreams. I hope that was helpful.
Yeah. Thank you, Lalima, and thank you, Joan. All right, Jenny. Christine Fryer wonders if she has a connection to Delphi.
Hi, Christine. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. So the first words I hear are, of course you do. Of course you do. You know that inside of you. A lot of the talents that you have now maybe even they haven't all come out yet, but are coming from that lifetime. And I feel like crying, so I'm definitely in the records. They either make you cry or laugh, one or the other. See if I can get more. So I'm getting that you were a priestess and you helped a lot of people and you had a lot of wisdom and you're bringing that forth now. And you're going to help a lot of people. So get to it.
Yeah, get to it. I have to tell you, Christine, when I first learned about the Oracle at Delphi, I was always drawn to it myself. So I feel as though I have a connection, some kind of a connection to that time period. So that doesn't surprise me at all because, we've all been together before. So that's awesome. Thank you so much, dear. Okay, Joan. Wildflower's dad's name is Donald on the other side.
Oh, do you want to do this one?
Well, I can pull a few cards, but if you
Sure.
want to see if you catch anything, that's fine.
Okay. If the layers can connect like that, Donald, Wildflower Wind.
All right, so I pulled the beloved dead cards, and the first card I get is that he's saying there's a lot of changes going on with you right now. I'm not sure if you're changing jobs or you're changing something in the house or you're changing your mind about something, but that's what I got for this card here. But he does say maybe changing creatively because the next word is creative. So unless he was a creative, and if he was a creative, then he's just verifying that he is who is the right person coming through. But I said he says, spend more time playing. Oh my goodness. And I think that's so funny because the birthday hats and so on that have come through for Leah, reminding us that we are never too old to have a lot of fun and to play, to put on a party hat, to blow a balloon up or a noisemaker and just enjoy it. And there's nothing better than one of those rocking horses that we used to sit on when we were kids and go back and forth. He says you are soaring, and he wants you to remember that. He wants you to remember that many times you soar with him in astral travel. So there you go. Thank you.
When I tuned in, thank you. That was beautiful. When I tuned in Wildflower Wind, I saw a big tree out in the meadow from far away. And so it was this big landscape and just this one tree. And it looked kind of alone and solitary there. But he was showing me then, look more closely, look into the details. And then you look closely and you hear all the birds singing. And he especially showed me the chickadee, something about chickadees. And that when you look deeply into something, you'll see the beauty of it and the life. And so in case you're just kind of feeling out in a meadow all by yourself, think about, the details of the people that you touch and all of that. And when I drew cards, I didn't get the chickadee, I got the wren. And the wren is just this tiny, tiny little bird that has such a huge sense of confidence. They'll just kind of chatter at you. Be bold and confident and use all of your resources to create your dreams. And then got the Archangel Raguel, who says, nourish your relationships too. So I hope that is somewhat helpful. I'll ask for the details and look and pay attention to the little things.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wildflower. All right. Corey Ray is trying to make more money at her workplace. Will she be able to do it soon?
Well, I'm getting yes, and it can be manifested. So, like you told other people, get a dollar bill, write yourself a check for $1 million or 500,000, and put it on your bathroom mirror, and then learn to love that money. Like seriously, feel every day, a couple times a day, feel how much you love that money, because the money, it helps you. It helps a lot of people. Money's not a bad thing. Money can be a very positive thing. So if you can change your relationship and how you look at money, and love it, and like thank every bit of it. Like if you're paying a bill, oh, I'm so grateful that I had this money to pay this bill. I'm so grateful that I had to go buy this cup of coffee, and I'm going to enjoy it so much. So really try to turn it around, and eventually, and it will manifest that in your life.
That's beautiful. Beautiful, Jenny. You know, I remember hearing a person say that whenever we used to write checks for everything. I don't know if people do that anymore, but it was always to write the word thank you on your electric bill, on all your bills,
Wow.
because you are paying, you're paying them back. But what would you do without electricity? What would you do without the water that's in your water bill? So I always love that. So if you do write a check out, everybody, put thank you on it, and they'll get it and go, wonder why they're thanking me.
And also maybe like when you're sitting around, just hold a coin and just, play with it like a, just like, not even think, I should say being mindful, but just hold it in your hand all the time and just.
Kind of like you would a crystal or something.
Yeah.
It's a symbol. Yeah, absolutely. I do get the ripple effect card here. So I think that a series of consequences will occur that you will probably be able to manifest this, Corey. I can't give you a time frame, but you're on the road to doing it, I believe. So thank you.
And I forgot that we were doing,
That's okay.
so I tuned in anyhow, and I saw a big dollar sign with wings, and it was flying away. But then you're way down on the ground, and you've got the lasso, and you kind of hooked it by that, and you're pulling it in, and it was way up there, but you were pulling it in. So I think
that's awesome. I love that. That visualization makes a difference. It really does. Yeah.
Yeah. And think about, what are all the wonderful things about money? Money buys you healthcare. Money, I don't know, you can take a vacation. Let's try to turn it around and think about how wonderful money is. Because I think most of us were,
conditioned.
Told, money is the root of all evil.
Right. Or it doesn't grow on trees or something.
Yeah,
like
money
that.
doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah. But it is our birthright in a way. We're not taking away from anybody else when we want it. But I would use the word abundance. I realize you'd like to have more money. But sometimes we also need just the abundance of knowing, for instance, that our needs are met above and beyond what expectation. So thank you. All right, Miss Barbara. She would love to hear from her friend Della. There you go.
Okay. My third eye is really lighting up with this one, with Della. And so I don't know if you had a vision together or whatever, or maybe she's sending you things in your dreams or images, but there's something about the third eye. And then I'm seeing a parachute. Someone's coming in on a parachute. So maybe she is visiting you in dreams, and she kind of parachutes in every now and again to kind of be with you in quiet times. And now when I look back again, just sending love. Okay, it's Della. Della, anything else? And just a real general things about how much she loved the time you spent together, and that love, it never dies. That energy is still there, and she keeps an eye out on you, and she's saying, it's kind of like Red Bull gives you wings. She's saying love gives you wings.
Oh.
So she can parachute into you, or you can fly off to be with her, and just have a different kind of relationship now. And I got hold the highest vision for your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdles. So that was her another message for you.
Unfortunately, Barbara had to leave. She had to leave. Her husband has dementia, and she had to go tend to him. So I hope she gets to hear this. Thank you.
I understand that.
Yep. Yep. All right. We got Nancy Smith wondering if she can have a message from her guides for the rest of March. All right.
Hey, Nancy.
Don't you think this month is just sorry?
For some reason, the end of March just came right into my.
Yeah. It's March is tomorrow.
I don't know why. I don't know what it means.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, yes. I can tell you what it means, but I don't want to interrupt what you're doing.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm getting like the same thing with the birthday party. Just enjoy every single day, even if you wake up and you're not excited about getting out of bed. Just make up your mind that it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a great day, and every single day like that, every single day for the rest of March. And in doing so, you'll create a great rest of March. I think you have a lot of fun coming. And I'm seeing like those green, the Irish, like 4-leaf clover. So at first I saw 2 big ones, and now they're like morphing and morphing and morphing until like a screen full of green pennies. So your abundance is going to grow, and you're going to be really happy. But choose to be happy every day, because it is a choice.
And I got forge a new path, Nancy. So if you're not happy with the way things are going, step out and forge a new way of doing things and let go of old patterns. It's always a good thing to do before spring comes anyway. So we're not taking any more, but if we have time, we'll see if we can answer for you. We do have a lot of questions still. And this is what it is. She's absolutely right. Well, we know it's the middle of March, but Caesar was warned he'd be assassinated. Remember Et tu, Brute? Because Brutus also gets involved. Yeah. So, that's awesome. Yeah. Thanks so much. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm going to give this one to you, Joan, for Sonia. Okay. Message from Angels, Guides, and Elementals. And I have an elemental deck. I'll pull one from there as well. Yeah.
See what we can get for Sonia for this weekend. Okay.
Yeah.
My throat chakra lights up, and I'm hearing sing, sing, sing. So I don't know if you're going to out to hear music, or if you're just going to be around the house and, doing Saturday morning house cleaning with. I used to do house cleaning and listen to the Metropolitan Opera. I don't know why, but they want you to sing or to be around music. Okay, what else for this weekend for Sonia Spirit? They're saying they're showing me. I don't know if it's going to rain there or if it's going to be cloudy, but they're showing me you with an umbrella. But then it's got an umbrella with a light inside. So it's sort of like, no matter what the weather is, you have to make your own sunshine. And okay, anything else about this weekend for Sonia? Something about gracefulness. Honor your own sense of beauty and gracefulness.
Okay. Wonderful.
I don't know exactly what that means, but that's what I got. I hope that was helpful.
So I think that, can I jump in? I think the elementals are saying, come out and play with us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you can't physically get out, then you can do that in your imagination. But if you can physically get out, get out. There was one time I was sitting in a park overlooking a creek, a beautiful body of water, and I swear I saw thousands of elementals. They were, you could see through them, but yet they had wings and they were jumping around. I'll never forget it, like ever.
Yeah.
And so that came to my mind, and I think that they just want you to come play with them. So,
have you ever seen mosquitoes on a body of water, like a lake or a pond, and how they jump around? That's kind of what I get these elementals would be like, just they're kind of at the surface of it, and they're just kind of jumping around. Anyway, I get pure intention. The law of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. You can manifest your heart's desire. Well, I'd spend some time outside this weekend, dear. Thank you so much.
If you can.
Yes, Moira loves those gold abundance earrings you have on, Jenny.
Yeah. They're actually wooden. They're wooden.
Yeah.
But they have a gold edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
They're fun.
Yeah, they are fun. So Mousy says, message from her guides, please. Joan?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's all right.
They're being a little bit serious. They are said in kind of a deep tone voice, "We are with you, and we're supporting you." And then they showed me you. I'm assuming it's you, like you're like this, just rigid and like a board. And they're like pushing you up onto your feet because you don't bend. And so I think they're saying, loosen up a little bit. We're here to support you, whatever, but just do what you can do with whatever situation seems to be bothering you or troubling you, or excuse me, just what's ahead of you. But then take a deep breath and let it go and loosen up, and that will just make everything easier.
Awesome. I get savor, and there's lots of things we can savor, but maybe it's saying, look, it says bon appetit. Maybe do a little Julia Child this weekend. Make something special for yourself. Oh, I love that. Thanks, Mousy. All right. I am going to do, we have not read for Andy the healer before, and I'm going to get to the other folks. But he would love a message from his team, and he's in the UK, so the time is very much later than it is here right now. So if we could, whoever gets a hit here, just give it.
Okay.
Andy's a reader as well. So.
Okay. I keep seeing like we're in a carriage and there's fringe on the, like a carriage of some sort that has a top, and there's fringe, and it's hard, and you're looking through this fringe out at the landscape ahead of you. Yeah, it's a horse-drawn carriage. So there might be, and it's really pretty fringe, and it's kind of beaded and all of that. It's very fancy, but there might be something that is in your way, kind of distracting you from a clear view. So I don't know, maybe take a different. Okay, so what's the message, Spirit? When you go faster, and now we're in the carriage, and whoever is driving, you're sitting in the seat in back, and who's ever driving is flicking the whatever it is at the horses to make them go faster, and then that creates wind, so the fringe doesn't hang down; it goes back up. So maybe moving faster is going to toward whatever you're doing might help clear the vision of what's coming toward you. I hope that makes some sort of sense. But it was fun to be in the carriage with you.
Oh, I heard the Surrey with the fringe on top. The minute
Yeah.
you said, yeah.
was
Yeah.
sort of like that.
So Andy is a bus driver in England,
Oh,
and
oh,
he's
maybe
going.
be careful going
Yeah,
past
I
that.
know. And he's going on sort of a holiday soon. So, that I think that's fascinating. And you didn't know that. And
No.
I just loved it. And I get for you, Andy, do it your way because you were never meant to fit in. And I think you do it your way, Andy. You were born wild in the free force of nature. You're here to build new and better worlds. So allow yourself to go and do that. And that's the things he's done that he's told me he's done are amazing. He's been a masseuse. He's been worked in and he's just done all kinds of things. He's kind of a man of all trades. So I love that. I love the clear vision. And maybe you used to be a livery driver in old Merry England. And now that's why you enjoy being a bus driver there. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibility.
It is. It definitely is. So thanks, Andy. Take care of yourself. All right. Back to the beginning here again. All right. We have G. Covington. In December of 2023, a spirit in a long robe appeared in my room. I did not see their face. Who was it and what did they want? Well. Mm-hmm. So, G. Covington, I pulled a couple of cards, and the first thing I get is they are an observer. They're observing you. That it's somebody that you may or may not have known either in this life or a past life. But it's interesting because this person has no face either. You couldn't see the face, and what they're saying is it doesn't matter. We weren't there for anything bad, but we're observing what was going on and watching your growth. And the second card I pulled was kaleidoscope, and they just said that when you look through a kaleidoscope and you turn it, different colors come up, and it's a beautiful mosaic. And they're saying, from my observation of you, your life has been a beautiful mosaic, kind of like a patchwork quilt. So that's what I get.
So I got it was a future you. So, I don't know if that's right or not. Take it with a grain of salt.
We all don't know. So yeah, that's fine.
Checking in on your progress and how you're doing. And so, a lot of people think that we live multiple lives at the same time in different dimensions. Mm-hmm. And this was either somebody from a different dimension or you from the future. And
I don't sense it was a bad purpose at all. No. Right. Yeah.
John, what do you got?
Oh, I didn't know if it was my turn, but what I thought it was your grandfather, and it was more of just like, I don't want to scare you. They just wanted to be there for you and send love, but didn't want to scare you. So they were a little bit, he was a little tentative, but I got a grandfather energy.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Very good. We got Patty D. Message about moving. All right. I'm going to use these cards. I use for relationships, moving, jobs. That's what I use. They're just it's not a tarot deck, but it's kind of like that kind of reading when it's not a spiritual reading. So, and ladies, if you get anything or you want to do a pendulum or whatever. Okay. All right. So Patty.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just got real quick. Lighten your load now, because I saw you. I just see your feet, and you've got like these nice white socks on. But your feet, when you walk, there's like these huge it's almost like cement blocks or something, except they're just made out of dirt. As that you're with every step, you have to pull these along, and then I see you reaching in and getting this big heavy box and everything. So maybe about moving is to do what you can to lighten the load now, and that might, as far as your possessions and belongings, and even if it just means getting things organized, if you're already pretty pared down, but by doing that, either getting rid of stuff you don't need or pairing or organizing what you do have, it's like you're kind of starting the process for moving. So it's like you're setting it in motion even before it happens.
That's kind of what I get. I get being strategic, like a chess game. You know, you want to make sure that you're checking off the other players or whatever. Think of it as a chess game. And they said that it's infinity. So it's limitless. You can do it, but you need to balance yourself in order to do it. And they said, yes, you'll level up. In other words, you will move, and it might be a better move and a better place for you when you do.
Yeah, so I did the pendulum again, and they said, I said, great move. You're definitely moving, and it's going to be a really, really good move. So I didn't ask about when, but it is going to be positive. Just keep that in your, when you're packing those boxes, remember it's going to be.
But yeah, have a plan.
And,
have a.
I told a friend of mine today that's moving, and she was packing. I said, just think of it like childbirth. Once the pain of it is over, you'll forget all about it because you'll be so happy where you are in the new place.
I wish I could say that, Joan. I've moved like 50 times. I'm so tired of it. I like to just throw away everything and start again.
Oh yeah, well,
yeah.
I've been known to do that.
All right, ladies. She has Kendra says a weird question. There was a boy we grew up with who could levitate. So other kids have told her this. He was murdered at 17. Name was Michael. Okay. What's going on? That's fascinating. Okay. It was an unsolved murder, and he was LGBTQ.
Okay, that makes sense. The levitating thing I heard right away, it was a ploy. So I don't know if that was something people said about him or if he said that to try to set himself apart. But I didn't get the LGBTQ thing, but I heard him say I was always a little different. And sometimes that people weren't comfortable with that. He didn't really tell me how the details of the murder, but that was just about all I got.
Okay. It's kind of like the Matthew Shepard murder happened.
Oh God.
Yeah. Awful. I mean, during that period of time, there was so much of that, but from even if he couldn't levitate, the fact that he had such a short lifetime, it just speaks a lot to his short but probably very important lifetime for him. So yeah. Wow. Thanks, Kendra. All right. Specifically with love and finances, is there a way to clear or heal these blockages? If you are speaking, Julie V, in a negative way, I never have enough money, I never have anybody love me, I never. The universe hears that and says, okay, we'll fulfill that request. So a lot of it will have to do with some affirmations that you could do. I think that would help your blockages, but I'll let the other ladies give you It says you can adjust or start over. All your wishes can come true in the potential of a new beginning. So if you can start to change your thoughts and your words, you can manifest what it is you want. And sometimes you're going to have to catch yourself and say, no, cancel. I have everything I need to do the things I want, and everything I want to do the things I need. So you could do that.
Yeah, I'll just echo that. When I tuned in, I just saw you releasing heart-shaped balloons and like their thoughts, just going up into the air, releasing those positive vibes about love. And then some of the heart-shaped balloons had money or dollar signs on them too. That's the second time I've gotten dollar signs.
Yeah.
So not love of money, but just love of abundance.
Love of abundance.
And who was it that said in the chat, said that your mother used to write a check every
oh yes, Sherry did.
Abundance.
Trancing with Spirit. Yeah, she did. She
Yeah,
wrote a check
exactly.
every month. Yeah.
To
And
abundance.
Jim Carrey did that. Jim
full.
Carrey did the same thing. He wrote a check to himself for $1 million, and he was able at some point would have been able to cash it. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
I know. Yeah. All right. So is Pooja here? Is Kay Shade still here? And Connie Epley still here? I just want to make sure. Oh, that was from a past life, creating blockages in this life. Well, I still think that that's possible. But if you want to look at that,
so it is possible. One of the ways is just by knowing it, acknowledging it, but also, the Akashic Records Masters can heal you of past trauma, and then it's gone and it won't happen again.
Right.
So you can watch an Akashic Records show, or you can watch Terry Suzuki Kigru Spiritual Journeys, and she's doing healing shows every Tuesday. Or can I talk about this?
Of course you can.
Val Dragonfly Crystals, Sunday night at 7:00. There's an Akashic reading show. There's other Akashic reading shows, and always at the end of them, you can ask a question about that past life and about this current life and the challenges you're having in this current life. And then at the end, in the prayer and the healing, it can be healed.
Yeah.
So it used to be that to read your Akashic Records, it took a long time. And it's not like that.
Now it's not like that. Yeah.
It's changed. We can get into records pretty fast. But the best thing about doing Akashic Records readings is that your Akashic Records Masters can heal you. So we do healings at the end of the show, and then they heal you. And sometimes it takes a month or so for the energy to settle in, but it works. It really, really works.
It really works. Yep. So yes, Dragonfly Crystals has these shows on, and I know other folks have been doing them as well. But check it out. They just do Akashic Records at one show with just Akashic.
But it's all about the healing at the end. But but Valerie says, if you know about it, that can be partly healing.
Okay. Oh yes, Susan, Jim Carrey, isn't he great? Okay, Elena, I'm sorry, we just don't have time to do your reading with you today because we're right at the end, and I still have a few people. So, Pooja wrote, "May I have a message from the dog named Bruno who comes to my house, but acting unusual from some time. Been offering him food but doesn't eat." Oh, Pooja, I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sonia. Bye-bye.
He's afraid. He's not trusting. He's been hurt a lot. But he senses that around you and around your home, he's safer. So like send him love. When you do your meditation, send him love like every day. And then work to build a trust relationship with him, and it may take a long time, but yeah, this is a very frightened, abused animal, and I would have to say beaten.
Oh.
And I don't think I've ever said that.
Okay.
So that's
it's wonderful that the dog comes to your house. Yeah, he feels safe there.
That you can. It's a loving place for him.
Mm-hmm.
I got that too. I got that the dog is coming more for your vibration than for food at this point. And I drew cards and got the Robin about new growth and potential, and the Archangel of Virtue, who just says to continue to open your heart to this animal and send him good vibes first, and maybe more will come later.
I would just like to put it out there to send a healing to Bruno, and much love to him. I'm sorry that this has happened to him, but thank you, Pooja, for being that safe place for Bruno to go to. So thank you. He lives on the streets. Okay. Yeah. It's very, very sad. Yeah. Well, I'm glad he found you, because I think that's a respite for him, that he can come there even if he doesn't eat much. Yeah.
So I'll do an Akashic Records healing for him.
Okay.
But there's also people in our community that actually send Reiki to animals. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay.
Or you can, if you just send him love, remotely, it works.
Well, I just feel like, that she has called, in a way, called to him and brought him to her, even though he is a street dog and he knows he can be safe with her. So that makes me feel like he knows where he can go to be healed. K-Shade, we need to know like a name like John, my father, or Tim, my brother, or that would be helpful for the ladies, because there's a lot of past family. I mean, we could go way back. So if you could put that in, we'll read for you next, but we'll go on to Connie. Another money improvement. Aries rising in first house, birthday, Scorpio. Okay, no. All right. Let me see what I got. Ooh. All right. Here's a reading from me. You have good fortune on your side. I think that means that money can be improving soon for you. A 4-leaf clover is always something that we symbolize as something that brings us good luck and good fortune. But you may have to cut away some of your expenses or some of the frivolous things that for me, it would be having to give up my coffee every day at Starbucks. But whatever it is for you, they're saying just be a little more careful with it in that regard. But they said, it's a rose. How beautiful. Things will blossom for you, but you have to make those kind of choices in order for that to be available to you. Okay. Thank you.
And what I got was just the worry about money is like static that doesn't help. And that's such a easy thing to say, but such a hard thing to do when you're worried about money.
Yeah, it is, because you're constantly thinking not enough, not enough, not enough. Yeah, be careful. All right, so here we go. K-Shade, my father Donald, or my sister Tracy. I'm going to just leave it at that because we're right at the end here, K-Shade, okay? If if an older woman comes through, let me know. That's her mother. So. So
I was.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was seeing Tracy. I tuned into Tracy, and I saw her dressed in armor on a white horse, kind of like Joan of Arc, and she was saying, "Don't. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be different. It's okay to hear voices the way Joan of Arc did, and just to kind of follow your own muse." Bring your own protection with you. You know, you might be in situations where you kind of need the energetic armor, but she's there, kind of like your knight in shining armor, to kind of help and protect you, and of course sending you love too.
Okay. Those of you who just came in are asking, we are almost done and we still have 4 other people we've got to read for. So I'm sorry we won't be able to help you today. Okay. So Sammy Burhane, a message from your guides. All right.
So I don't even know what this, I have no idea what this means, but I see a whole lot of horses.
Mm.
I don't know what that means. Let me ask. So I'm getting, they're saying, so I was talking to your Akashic Records masters, and they were saying, gallop into your future. Your future is bright. Your future is wonderful. What else are they saying? Now I'm thinking that there's so many horses. It's not like a stampede, but it's like that many horses. I think in a past life you were a cowboy, and you took care of the horses and you moved them from place to place.
Huh? Wow.
Because I just tapped into your Akashic Records.
Okay.
So, but they're saying that, you know, now they're saying ride like the wind. Okay, they can be very funny. Like ride like the wind.
Ride like the wind.
So,
To be free again. Awesome. That's awesome.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. So I've got Sharon O'Brien, Moira, and Ellen R. Could you just let me know you're still here so we can finish up today? I'd appreciate it. I'm going to hope that Ellen's here because she would like a message from her mother. So I'm going to let Joan handle this one.
Okay.
And the other 2 are just messages from guides. So let me know that you're here, Sharon or Moira.
I think she talks to you when you're doing the dishes or loading the dishwasher, whatever you do. Kind of in those quiet times when you're kind of doing mindless tasks, that's when you can, you know, it's not like you can say, okay, I'm going to do a mindless task so that I can hear my mother. But just be kind of aware that if a thought comes to you when you're doing that, you know, just housework or whatever, or yard work, that she'll pop in and give you little nudges. And she might not talk to you like saying, hi, Ellen, it's your mother. It might be just thoughts that come to you that are like, you know, I should really kind of, I don't know, do whatever task it is. Or, yeah, I do need to get working on my taxes or something like that. So she's continuing to kind of mother you and sort of, well, remember, it's time, you know, it's time to brush your teeth now, Ellen. So she's kind of course, sending lots of love, but not giving up on that motherly role of trying to keep, you know, remind you of things that you should be doing or she thinks you should be doing. So she's continuing to be your mom on the other side.
That's what moms do.
Yes.
I love that. All right. So I am not getting any response. Let me see. Sharon's here. Okay. Thank you, Sharon. All right. So we'll go ahead and read for Sharon. Message from her guides. You go lay down. You have to go lay down. Come on, silly. Come here. Come here. Come up and say hi to everybody. There. Hi, everybody.
So I'm getting keep the faith and keep on the path. You're doing the right thing. Don't give up. I wish I had a more specific question, but go ahead, Joan. You got anything?
I'm just wondering if you might have been in high school band or something, because I saw the whole band, you know, the trombones and everything, all in their uniforms. There's a red and black uniform, and they had the hats and everything. And the message was things can sound really chaotic when everyone's just kind of tuning up and everybody's playing their own thing, and it's just cacophony of sound.
Mm-hmm.
I pronounced that wrong.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the director waves the baton, and everyone's together, and it's beautiful. So you might feel like it's warm up, tune up time, where everything is just like, life is crazy. There's so much going on. Nothing is melodic, or nothing's going in the right direction. But that it just is preparation for the time when you decide to wave your own baton, and then everything's going to come into perfect harmony, and it'll be a good halftime show.
Good.
Great.
All right.
Joan.
Blow that trumpet out and clash those cymbals,
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Everything in perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Well, it is perfect timing. And thank you, everybody, for being here with us today. Thank you very much, Joan. Thank you very much, Jenny. It's always a pleasure reading with you. Thanks to everyone in the chat, including Sherry, who is another reader. And both of these lovely ladies have their own channels that are listed in the show notes. Go ahead and go over and like and subscribe to their channels. They're looking for new members. And yeah, thank you, everybody. Everybody have a beautiful day.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks, Aley.